So yeah, we can finish this scene if we want. We have time.
Right.
So yeah, you don't remember choosing to visit the Poisoned Water Sake House, but you're here nonetheless. Carried there by the loud and triumphant crowd of your fellow contestants. Most of the other contestants are drinking nearby, save only the minor clan contestant Hitoshi, who sits sullenly near one wall and refuses to engage in your merriment.
I'm gonna buy him a drink.
Yeah, can I choose not to be merry?
You could be sullen.
Yeah,
I
I
am
didn't do
merry.
well. I failed in the two tasks I'm good at.
How is
Okay, so you're gonna buy him a drink and take it over to him?
Yeah.
That's fine.
how's Mainland doing in points? Out of curiosity.
The other
Scorpion.
scorpion?
She was all like, I'm gonna be it. And
Yeah.
like I'm sitting pretty.
She knows that you have way more than her.
Awesome.
She is above average, but not as good as you. But you know, she's annoyed, but at least you're still a scorpion.
That's fair.
I cannot wait for these games to be over.
Again, perhaps Shugenja will matter more tomorrow.
Listen,
Day 3.
if it was a drinking competition, I'd be doing great.
Alright, so Hitoshi is thankful that you got him a drink. He will not refuse it, but he is still obviously, distraught that he sucked so bad.
I don't think so. Did you
Like,
have a tough first day?
I know I can prove that I'm worthy of a samurai just like those of the great clans. Tomorrow shall be different. I am telling myself this.
Well, anything can happen. If you believe it and you want it enough, I believe that
You believe it and you roll the dice well
yeah,
enough, you
yeah.
can
Power of friendship, anything's possible. You
He-
said it's like his clan involves ships in the water. Is it like merchant ships or like battleships or just boats in general? Or pirate like type of boats? All?
I mean, they are a seagoing, clan. They have an archipelago, so they are like pirates and explorers.
Alright.
So I mean, your normal.
Do they ever fight the
Your
team
normal-
out in the water?
If you want them to.
No, I'm being serious. Like,
No.
I don't know. Like, is the
No,
only
the
way
Shadow-
the Shadowlands can get to us is just from that one spot?
It is the wall is what protects all of the land. The crab are
Right.
Like
the
the White
keepers-
Walkers that can't come on
the
water.
crab are the keepers of all the bad stuff. Yeah.
All right.
Now stuff. I mean, obviously there's still things that happen, but for the most part, the monsters are all down there.
What the fuck's everyone else doing?
Not being there.
What if us crabs decide to stop?
Then the lions would have to go stop the
good luck.
invading army.
It's a very political setting. You guys, that's your place.
You're Gondor.
I'm the best one.
Well, we don't have to live by that, so...
But if I didn't live by that, you couldn't live anywhere.
And that's how cranes view it. Or not cranes, but crabs, I'm sorry. Cranes view you as just gruff.
So
barbarian.
Jun, who's Jun?
That's my crab.
Oh yes, he is beginning a game of a popular dice game called Fortunes and Winds.
How's that played?
I don't know, by rolling dice.
Dude, go kick his ass in that, too.
He is.
With a fire stance.
A success. 2 successes, I win.
Hold on.
That was like 4 successuccesses, dude. I'm tearing this guy up. And, what was it? Like words and wisdom?
Franchises
Fortunes and Winds.
Yeah, dude, franchise and wind. Or whatever. You were talking. That
French
was in
fries
my...
and wands?
Oh, dude, yeah, French fries and wine. Dinner
Yeah,
of
and then,
champions.
a couple of the other contestants are leading a song, and a couple other ones are boasting back and forth about their swordsmanship styles.
Yeah, can I talk more to the mantis since we're just sitting here like
Yeah, sure. What else you want to say to him?
Just ask him like,
This is just a role-playing moment whenever you guys don't want to do any more like role-playing stuff or have no questions to ask. This is really on you guys. I mean, I don't have anything to tell you. It's
yeah,
just...
no, I was just gonna ask him like, what do you feel is gonna be your strongest event?
Nothing.
Yeah, is there any sailing events?
No, there's not a sailing event.
Bullshit.
I'm not good at that either.
I don't remember what all the things. He listed them all off, and I was
Weaponry,
like, we'll
poetry,
get there.
law, go, archery, and hunting.
Archery.
Tomorrow's.
And Itochi is pretty confident with his archery, weaponry, hunting skills.
Oh, good.
So he thinks that's, especially archery, is his strong suit. So he hopes to make up lots of ground there.
I'm sure you will. It's definitely not one of my strong suits.
Is he drinking?
He's drinking because Melissa bought him a drink, but he's not, drinking like everybody else.
Buy him another drink.
Why?
Loose lips.
They sink ships. He's from one.
He runs ships.
Right, but we also don't want him to do poorly and get himself hurt or killed.
That's true.
Water the drink down.
I feel like befriending him will also.
The first contest is tightrope walking. I hope you're not hungover.
First contest is not being hungover. Who wins? He's like, oh.
Yeah.
We're gonna spin you in circles for 10 minutes. If you
Yeah,
don't
so-
throw up, you win.
You have to sniff.
Pretty good at archery. Did your dad teach you that?
I never knew my father, but I'm assuming I got some of my strong points from his genes.
It's a safe assumption.
Nice try. He doesn't know his
And now I know.
Now I know that he does not.
Now I know that you know that I know.
Did Derek come first place in the fitness challenge?
Derek came first place there.
No,
Fitness was, hold on.
So I'm gonna sit at the
Fitness
bar.
was athletics. Yes, Derek was first place.
Who was second place in that?
Miramoto Hinata.
What clan are they from?
Dragon.
probably
Dragon.
Dragon.
Yeah.
If we got 17 people.
Yeah.
I'm gonna. Is he at the bar? Where's Dragon guy sitting?
Everywhere. Just pick a direction.
I need that specific Dragon guy.
You gonna arm wrestle?
No.
It's dual time, bitch. No, I'm kidding. I'm not gonna dual.
Nobody
time.
else spent opportunity to.
Huh?
Yeah, I used most of my opportunity to do goofy shit.
I
Sorry.
barely rolled any opportunity for me to
I
learn more
kept hitting
stuff.
strife. I
Yeah.
was getting rid of that. I didn't think there was a whole
I'm
lot
gonna
to
say-
learn about anything.
I have opportunity to spend. Am I supposed to mark that down or something?
No, I'm just.
No,
I'm
it's just you could have
No,
used
no,
the
I'm
opportunity
just
to learn
debating
about the
on.
judges.
I'm debating on giving Melissa some information that, yeah. So, as you're talking to Hitoshi and you're going over the day's events and remembering yourself going through those events, it does seem that anytime that there was a crane judge, Hitoshi was failing. And, Derek noticed earlier that the crane head seemed to be, annoyed at him. Like, why he was even there. But whether you guys talk about that in character, but you, just from talking to him, he's like, I don't know why I've so much disdain from the great clans. Even, especially the crane, they look at me as if I am not a human.
Did you notice
Well,
Did you notice any difference in their, I guess, demeanor during the competitions? Things that you
No.
felt, because what were they judging? Because, I mean, everybody was there and could see except for the,
The crane,
smarty one
the
things,
crane
right?
judges were the conduct, the heraldry, the athletics.
All the stuff behind closed doors.
Yeah,
and
except
tests.
the athletics.
Yeah, and all 3 of those were judged by Crane, and he failed at all of them.
Well, the athletics was everybody saw it, so.
Oh, well, right, yeah. But Hitoshi had a good performance, but
Right. So.
it was called that it was a little too slow.
Okay. Well, I guess I would ask him, like, what sort of questions? Like, did he feel like his questions were harder than other people's? Like, for example, mine was blah 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 blah. What kind of questions did you have in the?
Cite the lineage from the emperor back to.
Like, really?
Right.
I just had to
He
pick
will
the answer.
he will share, you
The
know,
entire family
the
tree.
questions that I read out,
Uh-huh.
and which are significantly harder than yours. Yeah.
Right.
And then he immediately knows the answer to your question.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's like, oh, if I would have got that question, they asked me this one.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, but he's not thinking that they're...
Right, yeah, I am, but I'm not
He's
gonna...
like, you know, well, you know, he might be a little annoyed, but I don't think he's specifically thinking they're singling him out.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, he's starting to see a pattern. But he's, like I said, he's pretty confident that tomorrow's events, they won't be able to control how well he does.
Yeah.
Which
Well,
In his bow.
Well, I'd like to see you do well in this competition. I enjoy somebody from the minor clans here competing.
it was an honor for me to even be invited, and
Who?
from what I understand, this is rare.
Yeah, where did your invitation come from? Was it directly from... Who?
That's a good question, because the book didn't say.
Oh.
So it would be... hold on.
His
Hold on.
dad / uncle, we don't know yet. It's connections that could have come from a lot of places.
Right, that I just...
Let's see. No, I don't think he would know. I think it would just be an invitation arrived, inviting him personally to this event, and he doesn't know where it was sent from.
Curious.
I don't think he would know. It doesn't say anywhere in the book, and I don't think I should tell you anything else.
Oh, okay.
But just from reading it, I don't think he would know.
Well, I do wish you luck. Tomorrow I'll be rooting for you to do well, and hope that we can discuss under happier terms tomorrow evening. We celebrate your better successes in the competition.
He bows again without standing, but in seat. And on cue, the revelry is interrupted as the door flings open and a whole bunch of ruffians with swords come pouring in.
Ugh.
Definitely Ronin.
This
Swords
is
drawn or
side.
swords
No,
sheathed?
sword sheathed.
Okay, good.
And, they're rudely taking seats, demanding wine, pushing people out of the way, just controlling the party. And as soon as they get their drinks and sit down, they start lobbing insults at all you guys. And, they're just, these must be the ugly children, the ones the clans marry away as soon as they can. They're,
You got me.
what is this? Fine clothes and no swords? Are you merchants or samurais? And, they're insulting everybody and just being general. No one's drawing their swords or anything, but
Don't insult my family.
they're just getting drunk
My
and
clan.
being, I wasn't aware that Crab were recruiting ogres to their ranks. Is it possible you're just a troll?
I actually laugh at that one.
Hey, don't talk about Jones that way, dude. You're so tough. Why don't you go to the wall
I
for a
shot
few
a
days?
little bit of sake out my nose on that one.
So yeah, they kind of take their turns going around the room insulting everybody, except for the scorpions. They don't insult the scorpions at all.
Hey, your face is hidden.
Are you afraid of us? Why don't you ask your invisible friends to do some fighting for you?
That's what they say to me? Oh no. Don't make me tell them.
She said, "Oh no."
Oh yeah, to you they say, all right, what we need to speak more clearly so that the unicorn can understand us.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
You wouldn't last a day on the wall.
I would need us a lot of standing.
It's growing late. Shouldn't you return to your rice fields?
Do I have rice? Do I crabs on for rice
It
fields?
just says it's an insult.
Like, crab don't have rice fields.
It says an insult to any. It says that's an insult to any clan.
Yeah, I know.
Learn your clans, dude.
Are we allowed to leave, or are we bound to this scene right now? Because before anything gets rowdy, I need my rest for the competition tomorrow. I was gonna just make my way back to my room.
Can I light this sake?
Well,
Or do we have to stay here and
Dude, do Ronin? I know Ronin are like
get into a fight?
samurai with no masters, but is
you
it like
guys,
masters should
can do nothing, but eventually,
I would probably say something to him.
eventually someone's gonna throw a punch. If it's not you guys.
Let me see.
Um,
Well, I was gonna do something that might entice a punch thrown on me.
Okay.
can I light the sake and do it?
Sake bomb.
Like a Molotov?
Yeah.
Like, what are you
He's gonna drink a flaming.
No, I'm gonna do a flaming shot.
Okay, so like I think you're burning down the bar.
That's
Like,
it.
I'll
I've
show
had enough.
you.
You talking about my ghost friends.
Jumping out myself and light myself on fire.
No.
You want to see ghost friends? I'll give you a ghost, baby. You light yourself on fire.
No,
Yeah.
I gotta do a flaming shot.
Okay.
Yeah.
They aren't impressed.
Everyone's just like, that's kind of.
I mean, they're kind of
unnecessary.
impressed, but at the same time, they don't want to show it. So they're just like, oh, that was kind of weird, but okay. What are you going to do, Derek?
Well, no,
This is one of those encounters that's built into the game so that you guys can slowly learn how to do combat.
Okay.
We can roleplay out of it, so we don't have to... It's supposed to be everyone takes on one ruffian, and we do...
Okay.
One of the dudes
teach
looks
you
like
guys
a
how to do combat.
bigger dude.
Alright, that's fair.
What's the biggest of the ruffians? Because I'm gonna get a drink and go to him and give it to him like, come spend a day on the wall and we'll see who's tough. As I set the drink down in front of him, like enticing him, because he thinks they're tough, but us crabs, we're the tough ones.
I have a wooden sword.
Do I have a wooden sword right now?
You do.
Oh, dude, I'll bust him. I'll kneecap this guy.
I go up to him in a... Well, up to the group, I guess, in general. It says, what would be a good insult to a Ronin? I don't know. So this is where we have to start thinking...
You
Go suck yourself,
honorless
dude.
No, yeah, it's just...
former samurai.
Go fall in a dead pit trap.
Wait not to be a samurai anymore, dude.
I guess I'm going to... But I'm going to use... Well, since technically we don't have our abilities, I suppose, but...
You do after this scene.
Oh, okay.
So you can, we'll say yeah,
okay.
I'm sure.
But, I just say...
It was just day one of the
Right.
competition you weren't supposed to use them
okay.
in, so.
I guess I'm just like,
Using fire for everything.
just like... Gentlemen, I see that you may be drunk, but you would not want to bring dishonor amongst your lord, or drop any lower in status. Because, of course, they have neither.
No.
Right.
But I want to use my all-in-jest. I'm trying to be as rude as possible, but my all-in-jest ability allows me to... Basically, I say it so rude that I... let's see. If you forfeit honor as part of the check, to say something rude and appeal to your target's base desires. Well, but I'm not appealing to their base desires. I can regain honor in that way. So I can gain honor if I insult them properly.
Mm-hmm.
That's funny.
Basically, everybody else would be like, yeah, that was actually pretty awesome.
Okay.
Okay, so it would be a...
Does it have a target number? Or am I supposed to assign
It is...
one?
No, it is their... It's based off of their... I wrote it down. Where is it? No, it doesn't. When you make a commer, or this would be a performance water, I guess is the way I'm doing it. You forfeit...
Is it their vigilance?
Points spent this way. It doesn't really actually say. It's probably their vigilance. It just says when you make a... however I'm using it, you may spend opportunity in the following way. If you forfeit honor as part of the check in order to say something, you can regain honor per thing spent this way. And it just says, see forfeiting social attributes. So it's a performance water check.
Alright, so it's just if you succeed.
Yeah.
So yeah. So it doesn't have a target number, it's just if you pass.
Right. But I mean, I have to have some sort of a target number to know if I pass.
Well, it just means getting a success.
Oh, okay.
Because you could do that and not pass still.
Gotcha.
Yeah. It just means netting at least
So
one
I'm trying
success.
to say it in a way that, like, all of us that are trying to get status is... Let's just see. So I got one success, but I've got 0 things. So you know what? No, I'm not even going to forfeit the honor. I'm just going to full on take it. So I'm just straight up insulting them. So 1, 2, 3...
Oh my god.
4 successes. Just a
Dude,
straight
Derek's
up
dice
insult.
rolls are insane.
They always
Well,
are, dude. He's
but I'm
crazy.
taking tons of strife. And
Well, you lost a bunch of it too, though.
Yeah, but I'm gonna unmask in this because probably.
So
Just cause.
So you basically are.
I'm basically calling them out to be
Calling
lower
them
than
out.
low. They have no lore. They're dishonorable. They're
They're
below
peasants.
peasants.
Hey, their honor is 17. They got a little.
Well, they
bit of
have zero.
honor.
They have very. Well,
Yeah.
yeah. They have no status. Yeah, they
Yeah.
have very. Basically, that they're below peasants in my eye.
So yeah, they're definitely impressed that you stood up and tried to insult them, and they are a little taken aback.
Especially since they were leaving me alone.
They buy you a
Right,
drink.
because you're a scorpion, and they've been not insulting any of the scorpions on purpose, and
They know how brutal the scorpion's insults are.
apparently. But about this time, Hitoshi is gonna throw a punch after he gets, what is a mantis doing here? Go back to your
Uh-oh.
ships. You're less than us. You're not even a real samurai. And Hitoshi, after already being beat down and pissed off, he is going to throw a punch.
All right, our
And-
mantis friend is starting to fight. We
Oh
gotta
my
protect
god.
Neat.
him. Super.
And yeah, the Ronin do not draw their swords. They're not trying to kill anybody.
Right, sure.
They know they can still get arrested and stuff. So they're just enticing everybody, getting the brawl started, and then they're gonna leave. So yeah, and once the punches start, then it doesn't take much for the other drunk people to join in, and combat.
And you say we don't get any of our techniques yet, technically?
No, you can have them. It's been long enough.
Dude, it's not like you can even do anything.
All right,
All these are
so
like
how-
2 or 3.
So
Yeah,
how,
this is so basically it's going to be a target number.
we get to decide our
one
stance for
tactics
initiative,
check.
right?
Yeah, it's going to be a target number 1 tactics check, and then we determine initiative values.
I'm gonna start in water.
Well, I don't have tactics.
Dude, I got 2 in tactics. Starting at Earth. I'm staying calm. Someone's gonna pop this dude.
All right, so everybody, based on what ring you're in, after you roll your tactics roll, whatever you succeed, I'll give you a piece of information about the scene.
Wait, shit.
So we're gonna make a target number 1 tactics check in whatever stance you wish to start in. The Ronin are all in the void stance.
To use stuff in fire, wouldn't you have to be in the fire stance? Does that make sense?
Well, this is just your initiative.
This is just initiative.
So you can pick whatever, and you'll be able to switch your stance on your turn
Oh,
if
okay.
you want.
Yeah, okay.
Right? Isn't that what we figured out?
At the start of your turn, you choose a stance. Yes, but initiative.
So you can start in whatever and then go to fire.
Yeah. During your turn, so initiative, initiative's a different stance than what you start your turn on. Yes.
Okay, so how does initiative work? We just roll in.
Target number 1 tactics on whatever ring you want. Yeah.
I need another.
I have 4 successes.
In Earth?
Yeah.
I got that.
Oh, sorry.
4. Yeah, dude, I had like 2 explosions.
Nice.
So, what?
I'm so proud of my
whatever you're in
insult that I'm
tactics.
just standing there
It's
waiting to get punched in the face.
It's second martial skills.
I don't even get one. Shit.
Whatever you rolled for your initiative, can you stay in that stance for your first?
Yeah, it's just basically, with the reason why that is because you can take initiative, but then certain things can affect what stance you're in. So if you go third and the person that goes second can, they might have something that affects your stance.
All right.
Or something like that. So.
All right.
What are you looking for?
So I'm gonna wait for everybody else to be done before I do that.
Yes.
Oh, that's what I dropped.
Do you get I got 4 successes for the initiative. What does that mean?
I'm waiting for everybody to roll.
Okay, you're tough for
and then
that.
we'll-
Okay.
I'm done.
What'd you get?
3.
Oh, nice.
In what stance?
Fire.
All right. You immediately notice what I just said. Is they're being cautious not to actually harm people too badly, almost to where it seems suspicious. Like this might be like them staged to make a scene, just to What'd you get? 2, 0.
I'm so happy that I'm like.
What'd you get? You got 1 water.
Yeah.
They wouldn't dare strike me. I think myself.
You notice the low tables in the sake house could easily be used as an obstacle. If you moved up to them, it would be harder for them to hit you.
I didn't notice anything.
No, you did.
Oh.
You see that who? How about Melissa? You see that Melissa's character is in trouble, and you have a chance to push her out of the way. Not in a way that would harm her, but she's about to get hit from behind, and you have a second to help her out if you choose.
I'll choose.
Okay.
I'll help her.
So you push her out of the way. That's what yours did.
All right.
So you get a glory.
Oh,
dare
dude, I get 1 glory? You're welcome. You didn't get hit in the back of the head. I'm at 50 glory now.
You get it at the end of the scene, technically, but you can go ahead and have it now. Alright, so now initiative values are as follows. A PC launched the attack, or if the Ronins launched the attack.
Neither.
The Ruffians have it.
An NPC.
NPC. Yeah.
The Ruffians
brought the
all
game,
have
we're
an
done.
initiative value.
Just go home.
Alright, the Ruffians all have an initiative value of 4. They were expecting this fight. Do not make an initiative check for them, we're just using 4.
I'm also at a 4, so I'm going to go
So,
at the same time.
PCs act before Ruffian, so you are first.
Just
So
clap.
now the way this works is the first thing you do on your turn is choose a stance. Then you can move 1 range increment if you want. Then you can do an action. The range increments for right now is range 0 is touch, which is 1 to 2 feet. Range 1 is sword length, 1 to 2 yards. Range 2 is spear, 3 to 4 yards, etc. I'm gonna make a little chart to make it easier to figure out range. But for right now, don't really worry about moving in this.
I need to get within touch range of a guy.
Well, that's so basically, you moved it within touch range of someone. It's easy in this confined of an area.
And
Then you get to do an action.
punch him, right?
Yes, that is a strike action, which is But first, you're in the Earth stance.
Yeah, dude.
Alright, so when other characters make attack actions that target you, they are not allowed to spend opportunity to turn it into a crit. That's what the benefit of being in that stance is. Each turn you can stay in that stance or you can switch.
Yeah.
But while you're in that stance, I can't spend opportunity to turn an attack into a crit.
I ain't getting critted.
I mean, I wouldn't do that in this case anyways, but... So yeah, so you can do a strike attack, which is a target number 2, with whatever weapon you're using. So are you punching or using...
I mean, it's either punching or pulling out my sword, right? And
Yes.
they're not using their swords, so I don't want to use my swords.
Alright, so you're going to punch. So it'll be a target number 2 martial arts check.
Martial arts unarmed.
Unarmed, yeah.
Annoyingly, because the one I didn't take any points in. One, 2, 3. I'm taking them all. So I had 3 successes.
Wow. Okay.
That guy.
So you clock him good, and he goes down.
Nice. Also, Derek, I'm stacking up the strife like you.
Alright, hold on. Let's see. Maybe he doesn't go down. How does that work?
Yeah, I'm up to 5.
Deal damage to the...
Do brass knuckles exist in feudal Japan?
No, he does not go down. You did. How much did you do?
4.
4? Their endurance is 5.
What a piece of shit.
So he will now enter the fire stance and attack you back. So he has...
How many ruffians are there?
1 per person.
Alright.
He is going to attack you back, and he's going to get an exploding success with strife, and that's it. So he's going to gain a strife and get 1 success, and he misses you because and he does not get any crits. You can spend 2, do a crit on a ruffian too. 2 opportunity to do a crit on them.
So just 2 opportunity and 0 successes, you can just crit, or a success and 2 opportunity?
No, you have to pass.
Okay.
But yeah, he hits you, but it doesn't hurt because he is off kilter.
Oh.
Who's next?
The ruffians?
Yeah, the ruffians. Initiative order.
Oh yeah, so everybody's gonna.
Yeah, I had 4 and they all had 4.
Oh, shit. Yeah. He tries to punch Derek. Give me a black die. Black die, black die.
We got this, dude.
Got my 3rd exploding dice.
Jesus Christ.
Oh my
Need another black
Do
die?
another black die.
Oh, the shit toss.
Can't
I'm
win if
sorry.
I kill you. No.
Dude,
Alright.
you're gonna just like negative crit you.
He doesn't get 1, 2,
No, I'm just getting knocked out, if anything.
3 successes and a.
I got some endurance.
Alright,
Can you heal yourself?
no, it. So, because this is just unarmed, no one has armor on. So armor would cancel some of these. So, Derek's gonna take 3 fatigue. And then I'm going to spend my opportunity for their special ability called Sit Down, Child, and it knocks you down.
Okay.
And next turn, you must use your movement to stand up or suffer a strife from embarrassment.
Oh no.
Ooh, you got strifed!
Next turn, which is...
Oh, dude, is he
As soon as I
sitting on the
finish the
ground?
attacks for
Dude,
everybody.
that's embarrassing.
Hey, what time do we have to stop?
Like 5 minutes.
Oh, okay.
Why?
No, I was just checking because.
I was just trying to get through just a couple rounds of combat.
Okay.
This is like I said, this is just in there for learning. It's not even. So that's. But they only can keep 2. So maybe I couldn't have did all that to you because I only can keep 2.
But you had exploding ones.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, they exploded.
I'm just trying to remember if I kept more than 2. I don't think I did. So Melissa, you also take a strife. Or not a strife, a fatigue. As you get punched. And
How much fatigue can we take? Up to our endurance?
up to your endurance.
Alright, dope. I can take 10.
But you lose a lot at the end of each scene too. And you take 2 fatigue.
I do.
Yep. And then you guys can all take another turn, and then we'll basically as soon as these guys all start, getting hit, they all run away. They're just here to rile everybody up and then leave. So it's just a teaching moment. So everybody can do one attack and then just get an idea how to attack.
Yeah, I have no idea how to attack. What do I do? So I pick my stance.
Right now, you choose your stance,
All right.
and then you're doing a target number 2.
With whatever martial.
Either martial arts with a weapon or martial arts unarmed. You can draw your wooden sword and.
Okay, yeah, I will do my melee, I guess.
One of the things you can do at the start of your combat is switch your grip, one-handed versus two-handed. Once you get a sword, you'll see what it does. You can spend 2 opportunity to crit them.
I got 2, but I'm gonna take the one with
If you crit them, then their target number increases by 1. So it makes it harder for them to do anything.
I suck. Attention.
That's what I'm
Bitch ass
doing.
Ronin.
What are you doing?
You gonna crit them?
Yeah. I got 3 successes with a crit.
Nice. So your guy,
So I stand up and I'm like, motherfucker.
What's a crit? How do you crit?
spend 2 opportunity.
You go, instead of going, 2 opportunity. Instead of going through their endurance, you're going straight for, like, physical damage, basically.
Right, I just didn't know how, I didn't know how you...
It's basically how the damage is. But yeah, 2 opportunities.
So you do damage equal to your weapon's base damage plus your bonus successes. So the base damage of your hand, I think, is just 1.
Right.
Plus your bonus successes. So Derek's doing 3 damage to him.
I forgot I get the bonus success.
So he's gonna he has to take that in 3 fatigue. He doesn't pass out because his endurance is 5. But now his target number is 1 higher from trying to attack you
So
back.
you don't have to take the strife then if you're doing the fire stance. Do you still take the strife for those symbols, or do you just get the bonus?
So
The fire stance, yeah. You
if
don't
you're
take
in the
strike.
fire stance, you count 1 bonus success for each strife result you keep. That's what fire does.
Okay, so you take the strife, but that's how you get the bonus is by taking the strife?
If you're in the fire stance, you want to keep dice with strife on them.
Yeah, okay.
Because that gives you extra bonus successes.
Okay, can I still use then, if I have the opportunity to get rid of 1 then?
I think so.
Okay. And is this success on the bonus success on any strife, or just the strife that's on a success? Like if I had an exploding one and I rolled again and it was an opportunity with the strife, does that strife count as a bonus?
If it's one that you keep, then yeah.
Okay. Excellent. Then I got 4.
4? Okay. You hit him real good.
You hit him super good.
With my wooden sword, bitch.
Yeah. Oh, you used the wooden sword? Oh yeah, you took him out then. If you used the wooden sword.
God, I wish I used my sword. I would have gotten an extra 2 rolls.
Now that you drew out the wooden sword, they start to run away. But you can attack before you.
Why? How is that different? What is that?
I don't know. You just drew a weapon. And
okay.
They're supposed to run away after like a round of combat anyway.
Okay.
So it's like, oh, things got real. You drew your wooden sword. Like you said, they probably, this is probably set up. They're probably here just to rattle everybody.
Right.
You know?
I want to summon a flaming katana.
Nice.
That might scare him off.
Yeah. So I have to make a. Hang on.
It's raining right now, so I'm gonna make sure that we are still actually leaving and going.
Nope, too late. We've already decided we're stopping right now.
Well, I told my family.
That's fine. I mean, this is the stopping. This is the stopping point anyway.
Okay.
So.
Sorry, I'm trying to figure out the
More
check you
gonna
have to
get
do.
pissed.
It's a theology check.
Classic kids.
So I have to switch to fire, right?
If you want to.
I think you have to.
What's
It's
that?
a fire
for that.
theology check, right?
Yeah.
That's what that means?
Yep.
Yeah, so you have theology fire check. So I have to switch to fire,
Yeah.
and then I'm gonna try to make
It's better to do this, that way we don't do day 2 without Cody. And
okay, so I succeeded.
plus, I want Cody here for day 2, because day 2's got some fun stuff.
Yeah, but nothing's fun when Cody's around.
That succeeded. That's my one that I needed. So to bring it out.
Mm-hmm.
And then I can... Wait, hang on. It says new opportunities. I got 3 opportunities.
Yeah, whenever you have a special ability like that, it'll say new opportunities, and it'll tell you different things you can do with the opportunity. It's insane, the amount of shit they put in the game. There's like 100 choices of things you can do. With
How much strife can these dudes take? Because usually your fire thing, you just give them a whole bunch of strife and make them unmask as Ronin.
Okay, so
unmasking
I
is
can
just an outburst. I mean, that could just be funny screaming.
I can spend one of them to immediately perform a strike action with the weapon I summoned. And I would like
you do that
to do
3
that.
times?
I think so. I don't know.
If you have 3 opportunity and you can use an opportunity to attack, can you do 3 attack opportunities?
I don't think you could spend one for the same thing in the same role more than once, but I don't remember. Because this game has rules.
Because if you could, you're just doing 3 hits, and then
I read them,
now I'm
it's been
attacking.
a while. So, yeah, I hope no one is using this as like a primer to how to learn how to play this game.
Yeah.
Because
We're just a bunch of nerds having fun.
I'm trying.
How do I attack them?
It's martial art. I mean, whatever you're using, whatever whatever stance you're in, plus whatever. Yeah, it'll be martial arts weapon.
Melee, right?
Yep. Yeah, it should be melee with your flaming sword. Yeah. What's the base damage for that thing?
I don't know.
With sword plus fire.
No, you summoned a flaming katana.
I
this is real.
Flaming katana.
This is
Yeah.
you went there. You went real weapon land. Like, everyone's
These
like
motherfuckers come in.
everyone's punching and just being annoyance, and you're like, nope.
I'll
kill
teach you
you
to be a dishonored samurai around me.
That's good. I hope you get to roll on the critical hit chart because it's fun.
Hang on. Where do you see that?
Well, it probably does katana damage, I would imagine, since it's a katana.
But is it
It
treated
has
as
the
razor
war gear quality. That's what it says.
What?
It
It has the war gear quality.
Okay.
But it does supernatural rather than physical damage.
So yeah, it doesn't
Dude,
have.
you're gonna fuck his
I'm
spirit
gonna
up.
fuck his spirit up.
Nice. Go ahead, roll and.
Fuck this
Combat is weird.
guy. Is that an exploding?
I knew that combat was going to be
Did you get it?
slow to start.
Yeah,
so that's why I just wanted
2,
to
and you
do,
can
like,
explode that.
Well, I can only keep 2. Right.
So yeah, keep your
Keep
exploding.
one exploding.
Yeah, he don't
and
care
then
about people, just punching and stuff.
another
He's going
exploding.
to kill.
Roll a different one. Don't roll this exploding one more than once.
Someone's gonna have to remove his dead body in a
Oh,
minute.
right.
Yeah,
So
so
this
you
is
had one
exploding.
exploding strife. Here, you had an exploding strife.
War
And
gear
then
quality.
it's exploding.
Nice.
War gear makes people nervous, which impedes diplomacy. Whenever another character suffers one or more strife due to actions of someone using war gear items, they suffer that amount plus 1 instead. So it gives them extra strife, is what war gear does.
Got him.
Yeah, dude, Dirt got 4 successes. Insane.
4 successes.
Yeah.
With your flaming sword.
Yeah, Dirt's going with the
What
murder
is the
guy.
so the base damage of that? All right.
We're using a one-handed or 2?
Probably 2. I could have summoned 2, but I
Base
thought maybe a
damage-
little excessive.
Base damage plus bonus successes.
I believe it's 8.
So base damage of the katana is
I think 8.
no. Base damage is 4. The deadliness is 5. So 4 plus bonus successes is 4 successes. So you're doing 6 to him. So do you have any opportunity?
No.
No.
Well, then you just take him out and he's incapacitated then.
Oh,
Okay.
damn.
Because it's not a crit.
Yeah, so he's not dead, right?
So he's not dead. You
Good.
just incapacitate him.
Right.
So you one hit and you just take him out. And
That sounds so less cool. Like, yeah, you pull out your flaming katana and you knock the guy out.
Dude, I knocked his spirit out.
yeah, I mean,
Only duels are meant to be deadly. Regular combat is
Yeah,
meant
but
to
just
knock
the
people
way
out.
he
Yeah.
described the scene and it ends with, you knocked him out. It's like, alright.
yeah.
It's like Pokemon.
Well,
Yeah.
if he would have turned it into a crit, then we would have rolled on the crit table, and then
Well, you said 4 is a hit, 5's deadly or something.
the
Like, what does that
no,
mean?
the deadliness of the weapon is applies on a crit only.
Oh, alright.
So the deadliness of the weapon would be 7. So basically, if he would have crit, he would... Deadliness of 7 is where you cross-reference on the crit chart. The guy rolls to mitigate it, and I think it's... What's the mitigate crit check? Vigilance? No, what?
I think it was fitness.
Is it fitness? Yeah, I think it's a fitness to mitigate the crit, and then whatever the result is bad shit happens.
Alright.
And the higher, there's a lot of instant death or die in 3 days or, die in an hour. And
I'd rather just die right away. It's like, you're going to die in 3 days. What am I going to do?
Dude, you're reverse Jesus.
I'm reverse Jesus. I was going to say I'm the anti-Jesus.
so anyways, yeah, you knock the guy out cold. As they're starting to run out, they're like, oh, it's getting real. I will say that his friends will grab him by the belt and kind of start dragging him out.
Do they assume he's still alive? What if he's dead and they're touching dead flesh?
They don't care.
Yeah, you're right. They're right. They're what I aspire to be.
I run out after them and I unmask and I start swearing at them.
Yeah!
God damn,
Don't you leave yet,
motherfuckers!
Yeah, pretty much.
Everyone's like, what is it, the commie?
The scene can't end
It's a
yet.
communist.
No, yeah, so yeah, I run after them and I scream and you guys hear me swear a whole bunch of...
Is he allowed to say those words? We don't even use those on the wall.
So, that is the interlude halfway point. Like I said, we could have did another round or two of combat, but that was just to get you guys the point. You're going to all get 4 experience points.
Yes.
Ooh.
So,
What does that do?
write down how much strife you have, how much fatigue you've taken.
I did.
And, well, actually, no, because the scene ended, so we can...
Actually, when you unmask, you do remove all stripes.
Is there a
Is it all?
strife section?
Okay.
You
on
said...
I think-
I thought at the top on the back of that.
I think the end of the scene is half your
Up at the top there
fatigue.
with endurance, composure, focus.
Oh, sick.
Okay, maybe that's what it is, yeah.
I think it's half your fatigue goes away. So whatever fatigue is left after you remove half of it.
Rounded against you, right? Everything's against you.
Yeah, so if I have 5 strife,
So
I'll
I
only
still have
lose
1.
2.
If I have 1 fatigue, I still have 1.
No, 1 would go away.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just gonna say I got 2.
Wait, do we
Fuck
keep...
it.
I'm sorry, I missed it.
I
Do we
need
keep
to
our
re-
fatigue?
I need to
You're
reread
gonna lose
this
half
part.
of it. So if you have 2, you got 1.
Yeah, I need to reread this
But
part.
I have 3, so I need to know if I have 1 or 2.
And what does our
I didn't pay attention to this because I didn't expect you guys to take a lot of.
experience get?
You can use it to buy things, and we will start next session with you buying up your character.
Where do we put experience at?
Well,
Front page, bottom left-hand corner.
I mean, yeah. Well,
Experience.
basically, you're gonna look at your chart, which I didn't print for you.
4 you
yet.
said?
Yeah, 4. You're gonna look at your chart that I didn't print for you yet. You're gonna.
Oh, this here.
Yeah, you're gonna buy either a new rank in a skill or a new rank in a ring, if you can afford it. Rings are more expensive. I think skills. Yeah,
I need a ring.
skills are current rank. Or no, what was it?
What is command used for? Just tell someone to do
Commanding
something?
army, yeah. Basically to give orders to your friends.
Yeah, it's how you roll for initiative in mass combat, and which we probably won't ever get to.
Wow,
No,
alright.
that's the one I want. 'Cause
Cool,
that's the one I'm gonna be
thanks.
really good
I need to learn. Dude, I'm gonna be a master of
got it.
mass
command.
combat.
I have 1 command that I need to
I
learn
do
it like
too.
4 more times
Oh,
to
okay.
level up all the way.
Well, maybe we will get the mass combat.
Well, I said,
We'll see.
Dude, I'm taking you all to the wall at the end of this campaign, dude.
Command you might be able to give
I'll
us
sit up on the
bonuses
wall.
with your
Yeah,
command.
or just tell someone like, hey,
No, there'll be.
whoop ass.
It won't be till. We will go to the Shadowlands, but it won't be for the first couple of ventures.
That's fine.
But
Gotta,
yeah.
like, gotta let everyone become a samurai first.
Yeah, also I need fireball before we go down there.
God, dude, you got me.
Like,
You gotta help me go kill that Oni.
All right, here you go, real quick. If you want to increase your ring, it's 3 XP times the value you're purchasing. So if you're going from a 2 to a 3, it'd be 9 to raise a ring.
Yeah, no
But
one's
if you're
raising
going,
a ring.
but if you're going, you can raise a ring if you're going from 1 to
No,
2
that'd be
is
6.
still 6.
Yeah.
Yeah. Skill ranks, 2 XP times the rank you're purchasing. Max of 5. You can't go above 5. A technique is 3 XP or other listed
I
value.
need a ring real bad.
So you don't have to spend the experience, obviously, you can let it
Good
build
night,
up.
Dark.
I'd like to get
Bye.
out of here.
Bye.
See ya.
Goodbye. We should be good for next week, except for football will be on in the background.
That's okay.
I don't know if I want to. What's martial skills? Just
Martial
anyone?
skills is the whole group of
All right.
combat skills.
I might take martial arts unarmed because I'm.
Yeah, I mean,
I've been
the
throwing
easiest
punches
thing-
left and right.
The
and I haven't
easiest
done
thing
it.
to do is to buy something and something you don't have anymore, or have a rank in yet. Or you could buy a 1 to a 2, right? What did I say? 2 times, yeah. 2 times 2 is 4, yeah. So you could buy a skill you have a 1, you can make it a 2, or you could get a 1 and 2 skills you don't have anything in.
Yeah. Dude, I might learn ranged and unarmed just so I can do archery a little better.
I mean, I did tell you ahead of time what the contests were, so that's the thing. You do. I mean, you're supposed to know ahead of time. So
Yeah, and I want to become a samurai and I want to win, so I wouldn't.
So yeah,
practice.
so you're gonna find a bow and go outside and practice for an hour before you go to bed and be like, I got this now.
Dude, I nailed it. I Scorpion King that bitch. Hold it back a little bit extra and he couldn't block it.
Okay, so that was our first attempt at Legends of the
Yes,
Fire
it
Ring.
was. And we have to. Normally we end at 8. We're ending.